All right, hello. Happy Monday, guys. I am telling you, I be missing y'all. I feel like I haven't been live in a minute. Yeah, it's been a little while. I think it has been a little while that I've been hiding. Like not hiding too much, but I've been away a little bit. I went out of town not this past week, but the week before. And if you've ever gone out of town on business, especially when you have kids and all the things, um, like stuff be happening. Oh, happy Monday. Yeah, stuff be happening. Life was life. And I was just like, I was trying to army crawl through last week and get back to my reality. And then this week, I feel like I'm back in the saddle. Things are coming into place, like everything's settling down. I don't know how some of you do it, traveling like every week. I guess I would get used to it to be my new norm, but it is not right now. And it was a lot. But I am happy to be back. And I'm super excited. Like I can't believe March went by so fast. It seems like just yesterday I was like, hey, we're at the first day of the last quarter, the last month of the first quarter, all this stuff. And like April is knocking on our doors. It's literally less than a week away, which is crazy. We're literally about to be in the second quarter of 2023. Wow. And if you're watching, make sure you say hello. Because yeah, I miss you guys. But I'm super excited. I'm always excited because one thing about our business that I'm really proud of is the idea that we're always trying to deliver more and give you more value, give you more content, just be there for you through all the stages of your growth. And so I'm excited because we have some cool things on the horizon that are just that'll be coming up. You'll be seeing more of me. We finally figured out my time and my schedule so that we can give you more trainings. I'm not going to say exactly what the timing intervals are just yet because I want to make sure I can deliver what I'm going to say. But just know we about to be out here in the streets. You're going to get sick of me because I'm going to be out here so much. But it's to give you more value. I can't do everything in this, 45-minute span that we are together on a Monday. And so we are going to make sure that we can give you more. All right. So let me make sure I have my little notes here. And hello, yes, if you're coming in, definitely say hello to me. I'm always trying to see who is in the house. We have a few places we're streaming today. I think we're on Facebook, we're on my personal, we're on the group, hey, private community, and we also are in LinkedIn. Hello. And if you're watching the replay, you may also be on YouTube. But today, our topic is the 5 common marketing mistakes to avoid as a small business owner. Right. Most of you who are watching, if not all of you, are small business owners. And because I'm in a marketing space, I see mistakes, and it's usually the same ones over and over and over and over and over again. And so we're going to stop doing that. I'm going to give you 5 tips tonight on things that you can definitely avoid. But I'm not just going to tell you like, hey, don't do this. I'm also going to give you a little bit of value where I can tell you some things to do in that area, just to ensure that you're doing all that you can to optimize your marketing. So before we get too deep, I always want to tell you who I am. Hi, y'all. I am Corey Fonville Foster. I am a transformational speaker, a certified business coach, a trainer, and the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. We are based here in Virginia, USA, but we serve small business owners from coast to coast and up into Canada. We help small business owners monetize their passion. Okay. We don't want people that just want to sell a product. We want people that are really passionate about it and want to make an impact. We do this through helping you gain clarity on your offers. We help you find and engage with your target audience, and we help you confidently implement your marketing and sales strategies consistently. Woo, it's a mouthful today to say. To live life on your own terms. And we do this through 2 ways. We do this through done with you coaching programs and done for you marketing services. So if you didn't know, now you know. So as always on Mondays, we do some announcements. So I just want to let you know what's going on in iRock world that's coming up, just so that you're sure not to miss out. And of course, if you're on our email list, then you already know all of the tea because you guys get it first. But let's go into it. We only have 1 week left in March. And we are still running our website and landing page sale. If you're interested in that, you can contact us, or you can, if you're watching this on your desktop, you can scan that QR code. We also are doing a sale right now, again, to the end of March, on any branded promo videos. So if you have an upcoming event or you want to advertise a specific product or service, definitely hit us up for that. We have tons of other services, but those are just our sales going on for right now. We have 2 April master classes. I'm really excited about these 2 master classes. And if you don't know about our IROC master classes, where have you been? We host master classes once or twice a month. And it's where we bring an expert. I'm all about leveraging my community and bringing my community of experts to you. So I'll bring you the biggest and the baddest in their industry. We have 2 amazing speakers that'll be coming and doing training with us in April. We have Susie, who is my homie. She is the foundations wizard. She is all about building your business plan. Okay, so some of you got some janky business plans right now. I've seen them. They're like, and some of you just started a business and decided you won't go do no business plan. I don't know what you were thinking, but you did. But Susie makes it really simple. We've worked together a few times, and I really love how simple she has put the business plan frameworks together. And she's really great because she teaches you how to use it like as a living document, not something you just have to do to say you did it, but how to actually utilize it to help you make all of your business decisions moving forward. So if you are someone who thinks that maybe you got a little bit of a shaky foundation and you don't have your business plan quite together just right, and you don't know how to use your business plan, definitely join us for that free master class that is coming up on April 21st. And with all of our master classes, they're totally free, but you must register to attend. If for some reason life happens and you can't attend live, we do offer you the replays for 48 hours after the session. And then our second session is with Dee. She's amazing, and she's all about pricing. Some of you come to me and like, I don't know how much to charge for this or that, what have you. And I'm like, she got you. So definitely come, because we're going to be talking about pricing for profit. She is going to tell you how to price, why we're pricing a certain way, and it's going to be amazing. So if you have questions about any upcoming launches, products, services, be in the house. If you've been at any of our past masterclasses, you know it's a very intimate setting. And not only do they train you on their area of expertise, but they also allow lots of time for Q&A. So you can literally bring your questions and say, hey, this is my product I'm trying to sell. This is who I serve. How much should I charge for this? Or, hey, here's my business plan, but I'm really stuck on this part of it. Can you help me? So these 2 ladies are fabulous. I really enjoy all the work we've done together, and they will be in the house in April. One is on April 21st, and the other one is on April, I believe it's April 2nd. I can't even see my thing. It may be made to be a different date. Y'all can see it. Hold on, let me make it bigger on the screen so y'all can actually see it. There you go. So April 6th and April 21st. And again, to attend, you just need to register. That's it. Just register. All righty. So that's how simple it is. Simple as that. All right, so that's the announcements for today. We're going to keep it short. We're going to move into the topic, the reason why you came here tonight, and that's to go over the 5 common marketing mistakes to avoid as a small business owner. And if you haven't already said hello to me in the chat, you better say hello so I know you in the house. All right, so let's go to the first marketing mistake. Not understanding your target audience. I know I must sound like a broken record because I say this all the time. And hello. I say this all the time, but it's so important to the rest of your business, understanding your target audience. That's why it comes up on your business plan. That's why it comes up in your marketing strategies. That's why it comes up in your branding. It comes up constantly, because in order to do any part of business successfully, you really have to understand who you are trying to serve. Who are you trying to work with? Part of understanding your target audience is, of course, creating that client avatar, right? You know, gender, race, age range, all kind of things, the basics, you know, where do they live? Where do they shop? All those things. You really have to have a pinpoint understanding of who you work with. You cannot just say you can work with anybody, because I can work with anybody, but who do you want to focus your marketing dollars on? If you could, you know, pick a specific person to work with, who would they be? What would they look like? What would be their personality? What are their hopes, their dreams, their pains? This is what you need to understand. You need to basically be able to market to one person. And if you've heard me talk before, you know my client avatar's name is Dakota, and me and Dakota go way back. I know all the things there are to know about her, and you should be able to say the same. When somebody asks you, who do you serve? You should have a picture of one person in mind and know any and everything about them, because when you create your marketing strategy, it should be for that person. Okay, so who is the person? What do they need from you? What do they want from you? How do they want it? Right? How do they learn? I'm always talking to busy entrepreneurs that are typically transitioning, so they don't have time to go through 100 hours of content, read a 1,000-page book, write 12 emails a day. Like, they do not have time. And if I made a program like that, it would not serve my target audience. So it's not necessarily about how you learn, it's about how do they learn, right? Short, quick value. That's how my people learn. Where do they shop? Where can you find them? And what type of messaging do they respond to? Some people respond to that hard hitting, almost like yelling messaging. I feel like a lot of guys like that very in your face marketing. And some women need to have just a little bit more subtle touch. So it just depends. I mean, you really have to understand what people are looking for from you. So, secondly, a lot of people are failing to have a clear marketing strategy. A lot of you are having this idea of you're going to throw stuff on the wall and see what sticks. Just, hey, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I heard about this. Okay, I'm going to do that. But you really need to have a clear marketing strategy. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to work 100%, whatever you put down, but it's very hard to see what works if you're not having a plan, fulfilling that plan, and then reviewing the results of that plan. Okay. So it's really important for you to have some strategies in mind. So, what kind of strategy should you be thinking about? Like, what kind of plan should you be putting together? Well, you should have a strategy around your lead magnet. We've talked about that a lot, having a lead magnet, but some of you made a lead magnet. It's all cute, you don't made a webinar or whatever, but you don't have any plans of how you want to lead people to that lead magnet. It's just sitting there in a drive someplace. Once people do your lead magnet, you don't have a system to have a call to action for them to take. And then if you don't have a call to action for them to take, they're not booking the call or buying the product. And if for some reason they did get through the lead magnet, but then there's no follow-up that's planned for if they don't go ahead and do the call to action and take the call or do whatever, like, you don't have that system ironed out. So you need to think about all the steps in that process, from finding that client all the way to the actual sale and everything in between. Also, your content. Some of you just put out random content. I reviewed a client's TikTok, and I was just like, this cute. It's cute, but I don't know what they want me to do. And if I gotta sit here and look at your stuff and if I can't pinpoint what you want me to do with it, I might like it. I might heart it. I might even share it because it was entertaining. But if you're not telling people what to do next and you don't have a clear plan for what you want your audience to do, then you're doing all this for nothing. A lot of you put out content like that. I'm gonna just be real, because I follow quite a few of you just to stay connected. And I see content all the time where it's like, oh, that's a cute video. That's a cute post. Ooh, that's a nice quote. But it doesn't tell me to do anything. It doesn't tell me what you do. It doesn't tell me how you can help me. It doesn't name me as your audience. And so I'm just like, oh, that's my friend. And you're sitting at home in your little bubble like, ooh, I got all these likes, but nobody's booking a call. I'd rather have 1 like and a call than 10 likes and no calls. So keep that in mind. You also want to have, again, a plan around your sales call. If they book the call, what happens next? And I love my system that I use because it has what's called workflows, where I can make sure that it sends out reminders, and it also sends out the link, and it sends a link to them, and it sends a link to me, and it sends text messages, and it's really great. So you have a marketing system around that, because you'd be surprised how many people will book something and forget about it. And they're not doing it to be a flake or do it on purpose, but they forget. So part of your marketing strategy needs to be keeping them on the system, right? I had a coach one time that when you book the appointment, they did like a pre-qualifying call. They also sent you an email with a video to watch. They had already, when you booked the call, they asked you questions, and then you still got the reminders, and then you got on the call, and then there was also follow-up. It was pretty cool. So you should have something like that in place. If you're doing any ads, you need to have a sequence around that to market that ad. Referrals. A lot of you guys are missing out on referrals. I had a call today with a really cool company, and it was literally because somebody had worked with me and they shared my name. Complete referral. They haven't seen my social media, my website, no nothing. They just heard I was amazing and was like, hey, we're going to book this call. So you need to have a system around how are you going to market to get referrals? Are you telling your current clients to send referrals your way? Are you telling your friends and family to send referrals your way? Are you having any systems marketing around upsells? Like maybe somebody already bought something from you. And we'll talk more about the importance of like focusing on keeping clients, but maybe they've already worked with you. Are you upselling to them? Yeah, are you trying to retain your customers? Like, what are your marketing strategies? A lot of you are just marketing to new people. Are you marketing to the people you already have? That's a thought. All right, let's go to number 3. A lot of you are overlooking the importance of branding. Again, putting out lots of stuff. I a lot of times when I'm on like consultation calls, I will go and on the call and look at the people's content, right? I'll go and say, okay, let me look at your Facebook and Instagram. Let me look at your stuff, see what you got going on. When was the last time you posted? But one of the common things that I see a lot is just the lack of branding. Who are you? Like, I don't know. Like, is this something that came off of Google? Like, what am I looking at? I can't tell what's their content versus what somebody else's content is. I'm just like, okay, I see a lot of stuff. But I don't see any clear anything. I go to a website, I'm like, I don't understand who you are as a brand. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. And if you or somebody else, and it's good to just get a pair of eyes that aren't you, because you know what you do. Get somebody else to come look at your stuff and be like, can you tell me what my brand is about? Like, don't give them any information. Can you tell me what you learned about me? And if they can't clearly tell you what it is that you do and who you help and how you do it, then you are missing out on a lot of branding aspects. A lot of times when we think branding, we're thinking just like websites, logos, landing pages, ads, flyers, products, handouts, business cards, social media, those kinds of things. But some of you are missing some of the deeper elements of branding, right? Because it's not just about those things like your brand identity. And I'm going to give you some definitions. I wrote them down because I was like, somebody going to say, what's that? But your brand identity includes your logo, color schemes, like your font you use, visual elements that represent your brand, those types of things. So things that are easily identifiable when it comes to your brand. Those are like some of the basics I just talked about. But then also part of your branding is your messaging. Is it clear? Do you have a tagline that you always say? I always say, I rock, you rock, we rock. It's a part of our branding that I'm about all of us building and, doing this thing together. I'm always talking about affordability and on a budget. It's a part of the branding, right? I'm always saying small businesses. It's about branding, done with you, done for you. I'm going to say the same types of words all the time because it's a part of our branding and our messaging to attract the clients that we want to work with. Your brand story. Some of you don't have no story. Y'all ain't told us nothing about your business. We need to know the story of your brand. Why are you in business? What is the why? You know what I mean? Because that's what really matters. Like, why are you doing this? Are you doing it just to help people? Are you doing it for money? No, we need to know what is calling you. Why do you have a passion to help the people that you want to help? A lot of you do some really, really cool things and help people that really need your support, but people don't know what your messaging is. And now you're like, well, why don't they get it? Like, this is a really important cause. It's like, because we don't understand what you do and why. Tell your brand story. Also your brand experience. I literally have a place, I believe it's on my website under my speaker section, where I talk about if people book me, what experience they will receive working with me. Right. I actually had a client one time. I was with her. She asked me to come speak to her audience. And the way she talked about me, she was like, Corey's all about Southern hospitality. I had to stop while she was talking. I was like, am I Southern? like, is that what I do? But I thought it was super lovely because she meant like my customer service is very like, you family, we here together. And I love that because that is a part of how we want to be seen as our brand, is an experience of when you come work with us, we want you to know we got your back. Like, you're not just a number to us. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at Sheree said, you're right. I had trouble trying to formulate how I tell my story. Yes, definitely tell your story, get it out there so people understand who you are at your core, at your heart. And like I said, same with the experience. What will they experience when they work with you? Is it going to be fast paced? no nonsense, right? Is it that kind of experience, or is it going to be an experience where, like I said, your family, we're doing this together, no man left behind? That's kind of the feeling I want people to have with me. Like, I'm not going to be different once you pay your money. The way I am now is the way you're going to get me by working with me. And then what is your brand reputation? What do people say when you're not in the room? And if you don't know, or if you're nervous about it, then you need to change some things in your system. Because when I'm out the room, I want people to be like, that girl crazy, but she really is passionate about her clients. She knows everybody. Like, she remembers people. She is all about affordability. She gonna give you all the value. Like, I want really good things to be said about my business. So you want to have the word out there, but not just any word. You want to have a really solid, amazing reputation behind your business, because that's part of your marketing. It's not just what you're putting out on purpose. It's also like the little leftovers that are all around your business that other people see. All right, so let's go to the next thing to avoid. A lot of you are failing to track your numbers. And I will be honest, when I started my business, this was definitely something that I did. I've been trying to get so much better over the years. And it really did take, let's be honest, let's be honest for a second. Not all of us are great at tracking numbers. Some of us numbers are not our ministry. And for me, I found that the numbers gave me a lot of anxiety because I could lie to myself very well without looking at those numbers. But once I did look at the numbers, I was a little nervous. So I actually delegated that to my assistant to present me the numbers so that I would only have to be anxious every so often versus all the time. I'll be honest, sometimes some of these things you might be like, Corey, I ain't trying to do all of that. Get somebody on your team, but just make sure you are aware, because without the numbers, you don't know how to move in your industry. Some of you are going to get to the end of the year and not know why you don't have any money. And that's because you didn't look at your numbers. Some of you are going to get to the end of the year and be like, why didn't we hit our sales goals? Why didn't we hit our number of clients? Because you weren't tracking anything. You threw stuff out there. You hoped it worked. You didn't check on it. You didn't adjust based on the information. The numbers empower you as a business owner to make educated moves. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where this light is. It's driving me crazy. I just got to get closer. I'm going to get closer to y'all. All right. But yeah, the numbers help you make educated moves. All right. So let's talk about a few things you need to be tracking. You need to be tracking your revenue. How much money you're bringing in, period. Right. And I would break it down by product and service, because if something ain't bringing in no money, let that thing go. So what are you bringing in? Expenses. How much does it cost you to create these products and services? And not even just your products and services. Some of you got expenses on coaches, software, all kind of things. How much does it cost to do your business? Like, what is your overhead? Where is the money going? Because some of y'all are nickeling and diming yourselves by buying this little product here, this little product there, this little system here, this little system there. And now all your money's gone in expenses. And it don't matter how much you work, all that revenue you made went right to your expenses. Profit margins, in other words, you need to know. And this is how much money you get to keep. This is not necessarily how much money you get to pay yourself. This is just what's left over after your expenses from the revenue that you have generated. You can decide if the profit means that it goes all to you and you're paying yourself all your profits. I would not suggest it. Or if you're going to pay yourself a little bit out of the profits and then reinvest or save or do whatever with it. But just how much money did you come out ahead on after the revenue and the expenses? This is a number that I think a lot of people don't know. And this is your customer acquisition cost. And this is another definition I'm going to read to you because I want to make sure I made it clear. All right. And it's also known as the CAC. And it's the amount of money it costs to acquire a new customer. Now, I love my coach. Shout out to Ashley Kirkwood because she breaks this down really, really well, because she spends a lot on ads. And some of you come to me and they're like, I want to do ads. And I'm like, it's because I know these numbers. I'm like, some of y'all ain't ready for ads, because they'll I've had coaches be like, I spent, $30,000 in ads on this project, and y'all want to spend $10 on ads and get $5,000. And it's like, that's not how it works. So you need to know how much money you spend to acquire a client. And that's just overall. And like I said, it may be a little hard to pinpoint, but just try your best to kind of see like, okay, well, I boosted this many posts. And this is why it's important to know like where you're getting people from. Because maybe you put on an event and the event costs you X amount of dollars, but from that event you got 5 clients. Well, you just take the amount you spend on the event and divide it by the 5 clients. That's how much it costs per client for you to get them into your space. And some things will be a little more complicated because maybe they bought your book, then they went to your event, and then they came in. But this is why it's important to have systems with like tags and segmentation, so that you can kind of better track where people spend their money with you, and you can kind of see again how much it costs to get them in the door. Another number that's nice to know is your customer lifetime value, your CLV, and that is about how much on average a client will spend with you. Because again, we're not trying to just get them to buy once. A lot of you are just thinking once, like I just need them to buy something. But oftentimes, a lot of clients will buy from us time and time again. So in general, how much will a client spend with you over the lifetime of them doing business with you? Because if that number is nice and high, you don't need as many clients. It's nice before you hit your goal. You also need to think about like how many people are going towards your website or your landing pages, sales pages, or opt-ins, those types of things. How much social media engagement you're getting, and just be careful with that number because a lot of people, I'm telling you, y'all get so excited for those hearts and those thumbs up, all those likes, those subscribes. But again, when you look at that number, also look at conversion rates from your social media. How many people are actually getting on your email list? How many people are actually purchasing something? Because I don't care that you got 10,000 likes if nobody's buying. You also want to look at your open rates for your emails and your click rates for your emails, because email marketing is going to be so valuable to you as a business owner. But if you are sending out tons of emails and your open rate is 5%, you need to think of some things, because it may be that your email list is full of people who are not your target audience, so they're not opening your stuff. It could be that you are not great at writing subject lines. It could be that if they're opening it, but they're not clicking, that the email is not really addressing their pain point and giving them enough value for them to click whatever your call to action is. So again, looking at those numbers, it doesn't mean scrap whatever this is. And for all these things, it doesn't mean scrap the product or service. It doesn't mean scrap the website or landing page or scrap the email. It means look at it, see what areas you can improve on, and do that. You're always going to be tweaking your system. Nobody does it once and then leaves it. That's just not how it works. So these are all numbers that you should be tracking in your business. All right, so let's see. Rule number 5, focusing too much on acquiring new clients and customers and ignoring existing ones. I said we're going to talk about this, and it's important because, again, a lot of you are constantly focusing on the new person, right? The new person, the new shiny toy. But you have some clients that you've worked with, that you've given value to, that probably would love to work with you again. You just need to figure out what's that next thing they need, right? What's the next thing? And I'll give you an example. Me and Susie, who's coming, she's our business plan expert. We had a conversation because she was having the issue of people would do the business plan, right? Something you do at the beginning of your business, or you do it, when you realize you started a business and forgot it. But they would do that and then they would be gone. And we talked about it, and I said, well, the way her program works is she explains that they're supposed to be checking in with that business plan frequently. But a lot of people don't. And I said, why don't you offer quarterly check-ins? And then a lot of you also don't realize you're supposed to update that business plan yearly when you do your planning for the next year. I said, why don't you offer that? And so now, instead of her doing one and done, she can follow up and invite people to do work with her more, because if they enjoyed her the first time and every quarter she checked in with them and held them accountable, and that helped them get to their goals because it wasn't a one and done, then hey, when they do their end of year review, they'll come back. And so that's the kind of thinking you need to do. Some of you are doing audits and then leaving people in the wind. Like, okay, you did an audit, you told them what they needed, and then you just said, okay, have a great day. You did the audit, then tell them what solution you can do based on the audit you did. And then when you're done with that, tell them the next step and then sell them that. Right? Because again, if they enjoyed working with you, you gave them value, they will come time and time again. So yeah, and I'm looking in the chat. If somebody tells me what business they do, I'll be happy to tell you how to keep and retain those clients. I'm always trying to do it live, but I know there's a little delay. So if you have a question about how you can retain clients, you can put it in the comment section, and I'm still looking at it. I'll be happy to come back and give you a tip on an idea to help you retain clients as well. You said you're a reading tutor? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So, say for instance, Susie or whoever is a young reader, right? Maybe learning to read. Yeah, I got you. I'll do some more. So maybe Susie is an early reader, right? So you're gonna help them with vowel sounds, consonants, blends, etc. Right? So that's the first thing. And then Susie does well. She has it. Well, you can check in yearly if you want, but you could just offer the next program after they've learned vowels, consonants, and what have you. You could also do reading clinics where you can help people read for comprehension, right? Because I don't know exactly which age group you're doing, but usually in literacy, they do younger years. You also, for advanced readers, could do like novel studies. Things like that. So you want to just keep giving them more and more value, making it harder, reading for SATs, reading for all kind of things. Anything you can do to give them that next step. Speed reading, reading with inflection, how reading can go into other aspects of their stuff. So reading for science, reading for math, different things. Make it fun. So they went from their sounds to now writing, you know what I'm saying? So they can read and then they can write stuff. My son's taking a really cool writing class right now. It's called Creative Writing with Legos. They tied in Legos to that. So you could do reading and you could do story, like fairy tales with it. You could do all kind of cool stuff. Yay, you're welcome. So yeah, there's some cool ideas. And guys, I'm just throwing things out. Obviously, I don't know everything about your business. So if you do want to work through some things, just hit me up. So the next one says mindset coaching and speaking. So mindset never stops. Let's just be clear on that. No matter how cool a business owner is, they're always trying to work on their mindset. That's why Tony Robbins gets those people to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to work with him forever, because everybody's always working on mindset. So I think because mindset's so big, you just need to break it up into bite-sized pieces so you can keep them in. So I would do a workshop on imposter syndrome. I would do a workshop on finding your voice, right? Confidently finding your voice. So people learning how to speak up for themselves and do that confidently. Mindset, it depends on what it's for. Because I was thinking too, like getting over trauma, that's a lot of mindset stuff as well. Yes, mindset never stops. I'm constantly working with like anxiety and doing different things when it comes to my mindset, because I'll get real good in one area and feel confident in it, and then it's like something new comes, a new hurdle. And so because mindset is so big, I would just break it up into bite-sized pieces and only give people a piece here, a piece there, so that you can then just create more packages around that. Parent engagement in schools. Oh Lord, in schools. So let's see, parent engagement in schools. Well, first I would have it from different aspects, because you have parents who want to be engaged but don't know how. And so I would talk about talk to them about ways that they can ease, especially like for busy parents, like how can you be a better partner in the schooling process. So not even necessarily how they have to come and like volunteer, but hey, are you utilizing the tools the teacher already has? If they have an electronic grading system, are you communicating through that? Are you emailing teachers? Are you doing all your parent teacher conferences? Are you asking questions to your child? Are you catching in on their homework? So that's a way to be engaged without showing up to the school. And then, oh, you're welcome. And then you can say, okay, if the parent wants to do the next level in, having meetings with the teachers to come up with plans so that you can be a great partner at home. So like I had a son who they felt had special needs when he was in public school. And I would say, okay, well, what are y'all trying here? Let me do the same thing at home. And so we made sure he had like really clear routines together. We made sure he had this little thing to talk about his emotions. We would do the same thing at home. And it really helped my son, but it helped me feel better as a parent to know that I was partnering with his teachers to ensure his success. And so I think for you doing parent engagement, you can do it at different levels. Parents who just want to be more informed, parents who maybe have special need kids, or who want to just be better partners in that process. But also, I would do a program for teachers to learn how to be better communicators with the parents, and then just break it up, and then have different workshops around different topics of engagement as well. So that's a couple of ideas. All right, so I think I got everybody who put one out. That was fun. Yay. I'm glad you guys said some things. And again, if you get on a call with me and you tell me more about what products you already have in place, I promise you I can give you a lot better, more detailed things to do with your businesses. All right. So I got a bonus tip for you because I like to over deliver. One of the biggest mistakes you guys are doing is not following up. You guys are working so hard to get leads and then letting them die. Just letting them die. Make sure you're following up. I say the word ethically, but very loosely. I don't like to feel like a used car salesman. I do not like when people cold call me. I do not like when people cold DM me. I don't like when people cold email me. Like, I don't really like it, but it works. And that's the truth of the matter. And as a small business owner, you're going to have to learn to do it works, but do it to the way you can do it without feeling bad. And so, for instance, what does that look like when we cold call or email people that maybe we've gotten through like lead generation or anything like that? Anything cold, we only reach out to you 3 times. That's it. 3 times, and usually within a 14-day period. If you don't respond to us in any kind of way in 14 days, the 3 times we try to connect with you, have a great day. I guess you didn't want to talk to us, and that's it. Now, other coaches might not say that, but like I said, I got to do things the way that feeds my soul, because I know that if somebody kept calling me or emailing me or texting me and I didn't give them, any kind of indication that I wanted to do business with them, I would be very upset. Now, it's different when somebody has engaged. So if somebody's on my email list, they're going to get my emails. I try not to email like every day. Usually we email about once or twice a week. Usually it's a value. We try not to like be salesy, but if you're on my email list and you're telling me you want to, engage with my content and things of that nature, just like if you're on my social media, I'm gonna post every day, not to annoy you, but to give you value, because you're saying that you want to engage in the material that I'm putting out. But cold calling, emailing, or texting, you get 3. We hit you up 3 times. We try not to do it while you at supper. We try not to do it too early or too late at night, too early in the morning, too late at night. 3 times, and God bless you. Wish you the best. And so that's one thing. But again, once they're in any of your funnels or they engage with you on any of the platforms, you really do need to follow up and stay consistent and contact them, so that you can do business. A lot of you think because somebody doesn't connect with you that first time or do something with you, then that means no. It probably just means they didn't see it, they overlooked it, they forgot about it, or they don't know enough about you to really engage. People have to see you time and time again. I think it's like 7 or 9 times now they've said where they have to see you before they'll buy. And I'm sure if you think for a second back, you can probably recognize a brand you worked with, but you didn't do it on the first time, the second, the third, the fourth, maybe the 6th or 8th, 9th, 12th, maybe 15th time you saw it, you went ahead and did it. That's why they play the same commercials over and over and over again on the channel. Like, you watch one episode and see that same commercial 12 times. I keep seeing that the commercial for the birth control, and it's funny, they trying to get everybody because they're like, I hope it's time, right? One lady's looking at the stick. I hope it says yes. One's like, I don't know what I wanted to say. And the other one's like, not right now, but at least I know. It's like they're trying to get everybody. But I'll see one 30-minute episode and see that commercial 5 times. And it's like, boy, if I needed one of those sticks, I would go ahead and get it, because they done told me no matter what the result is, I can get this stick and it'll work. So think of your business like that. I remember I call her the hustle queen, Monique Todd. If she's watching, hey, she's in our community, I do believe. But she used to go live every day. I think she might still go live every day. And she would sell purses, shoes, belts, jewelry, sea malls. I mean, everything. And I used to say, oh my God, that is so annoying. Like, why is she doing this every day? Then after a while, I was like, I don't even know nothing about no sea moss. What's she talking about? And then I realized I was watching every day, and then she would do it in the morning. So when I get up, I would like look to see if she was live. And then eventually I ended up buying a purse. I think I bought some Slim Tea. I don't think I bought sea moss. I bought some other stuff. Boy, she done got my money. I even went into her coaching program just to learn how to hustle like she did. She actually was my first investment of training when I started my business. So it was a long time ago, but through her academy, it's like a 90-day academy, I doubled my income. It was crazy. Just learning how to hustle like that and put myself out there. I did get a question. Let me see. What should your email title be when you are following up with someone? For example, I went and talked to a few daycares about my reading tutorial, to see if they would like to schedule a meeting. So I always put together a sequence. Your first email is like a more of an introduction to who you are, your brand, all that stuff. Your second email is a follow up with more information. Usually added like a brochure or a video or something to show like you doing the business. Also, you can feel free to throw in like a summary of what some options are for them in there. But I don't start there. Usually I do a 5 email sequence. So the third email is usually speaking to their pain points more so. Fourth email is supposed to create some type of FOMO, like don't miss out. My schedule's booking fast. We really want to help you because we know it can, but other people, we can only take this many people, what have you. And then the fifth email is usually like a hard sale. So that's what I usually do. But I play with my different subject lines. It just depends. But usually the second email is considered the follow-up email. And it usually says, hey, just wanted to follow up. And it usually says like, hey, just wanted to follow up on the last email. Hope you saw it. Just want to give you a little bit more information. And they all have a call to action at every single email. All right. So I think that was all 5 plus a little something extra for you guys. So if you notice tonight, we did not do hot seat winners, and it wasn't because I forgot. We are going to be changing a little bit of the format for these Monday Night Lives starting in April. And it doesn't mean you can't get a hot seat coaching session. Guys, we've been offering free consultation calls forever. So you can always book a free consultation call. Not exactly the same as a hot seat coaching, but if y'all ever been to one of mine, I give a lot of value. I will actually give you some coaching on a consultation call. I probably shouldn't, and I hope my coach don't see this, but I do. So no worries there. If you're interested in booking a call with me, let me put it on the screen for you. You can always book a free strategy call with me. It's just bit.ly/irock/ not slash dash contact us. If you go to our website, you can definitely do it from there. So irockmarketablebusinesssolutions.com, or you can DM me, because some of you have done that. If you DM me, I will send you the link. Not an issue at all. If you're on the call today, on this live today, and you want me to send you the link to book a free call, just say me in the chat, and I'd be happy to do that for you. Because if you listen to any of the things I said today and you're like, I do not have a marketing plan down, I need to figure out how to retain more of my clients, I don't have a referral program, I don't know how to do my email marketing, my branding's a mess, we can get on a call and figure that out. Not a problem. So yep, just say me in the chat if you would like to do that. Like I said, we're going to be changing a little bit of the format on the Monday Night Lives, and we're going to be adding lots more free trainings coming up. So I just want to make sure that you guys just know we still going to give away plenty of freebies. Not to worry. So again, before we hop off, if you haven't already registered for these master classes, please do so, because they're going to be great. We have a cool lineup for the rest of the year. We got some slam dunk people. I actually got a guy that I talked to today who finally agreed, yay, to come in and talk about automations and systems. So these aren't things that I don't know how to do, but I wanted to bring in specialists to come in and teach you guys how to set yours up. All right. Because some of you are like, I need this, but I don't know how to do this. And so in the master classes, they actually teach you. It's not like frou in the clouds. Like you can take notes and ask the questions and make sure that you have your stuff together. All right, we got one more announcement before we go, and I thank you for your time today. I'm super excited because this has kind of been in the background, and I haven't really been talking about it. But guys, iRock has a podcast. We are back. We had a podcast last year, and we have a new podcast. So for those of you who are oldie but goodies, our podcast last year was like really motivational, inspirational. We wanted to show our audience that anybody could be an entrepreneur, no matter their circumstances, no matter their finances. And we gave some really cool stories. If you Google iRock podcast, it should pop up. But yeah, and it's also on our YouTube channel. If you didn't know, we have a YouTube channel. But yeah, it was really cool. We had people from all over the world, small business owners, tell their amazing stories of how they got into business, what they do, challenges that occurred for them and their clients, and how they overcame them. It was beautiful. But I realized that I wanted my audience to always walk away with things to implement. If you don't know, I have the ARC framework that starts with A for action. And I really want you guys to take action, because I think that your inaction is what's causing you not to see the results you want in your businesses, and it's keeping you from being able to confidently sell. And so this podcast, this time around, focus is on bringing some amazing experts, some of which you'll see in the master classes. These amazing experts are going to come and they're talking about their area of expertise, and their main goal is to give you things to implement right now in your small business, but keep it very affordable. So before we leave today, I just want you guys to see the new intro for our podcast. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. That is like, I'm just so excited about it because I wanted to bring it back, but I didn't know where I was going to find the time. And I had to tell myself, like, if this really matters to you, we can get it done. And literally, we have like two more, I think, to record this week, and we will have recorded the whole first season of this rendition of this podcast. I literally took a lot of March to do the recordings just so I can ensure I don't want to start stuff and not finish them. And so we spent most of March and most of March, pretty much, all of March to record all of season 1. And when I tell you it is fire, it is fire. And so definitely we'll give you more information. The first episode will drop the first Sunday in April, which I believe is this upcoming Sunday. And we'll have a new episode drop every single Sunday. And when I tell you, we got some good people. We have Lion Flood, who has a podcast in the top 10% in the world. We have Susie up there again. She is our specialist that talks to us about having our our business plan. We got Josh in the house. He's going to be our systems and automations guy. The list goes on and on and on. I got somebody literally just talking about how to effectively network, because some of you are out here at these events just scrambling, but we found somebody for every part of your business. And I'm just super excited that is thank you. That is about to release. So I'm like I said, stay tuned. We have a lot more cool stuff coming this year because, again, it's about bringing you guys value. And if there's something that we somehow are not doing that you are like, hey, I'm a small business owner and you are not solving this problem for me, let me know, because if it's in my wheelhouse, I'll take care of it. If it's not, I'd probably know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that can get you help. Oh, hold up, Misha's in the house. Hey, Misha. Look, I've been trying to get Misha to be on this masterclass. Y'all need to tell Misha to step her game up. Misha is the numbers lady. she is our research specialist. But she just keep turning me down. Misha, we need you for the masterclass. These people need to know their numbers. But yeah, she's been amazing. She's worked with us before, and shouts out to her. She's one of them people like, who do the mindset? Who was that? Let me go back. Whoever said they do mindset need to get Misha together, because Misha don't realize how amazing she is. She has worked with some of the biggest brands in the world when it comes to market research. And I just want her to work with us. Okay. She said she coming. I just want her to work with us because she keep thinking, well, I'm new to this. You ain't new. She got so many years in the game with market research, but she's just been doing it at such a high level. But she don't realize that's the level we want to get to. So work with us. Whoever does mindset, you connect with Misha, you get her together so that we can all do what we need to do. All right. But all right, guys, I gotta go. Look, my throat drying up now because I've been talking too much. But we will be back here next Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our next Monday Night Live. And y'all make sure y'all paying attention because, like I said, we got some cool new trainings coming out, and I really want you guys to take advantage. But all right, and don't forget, if you're interested in learning more about your marketing plans and we can customize something for you, just put me in the chat. But until next time, I will see you guys soon. Remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock.